Hi, and welcome to At the Movies with Adam Ross. On today's episode, I will be reviewing Thor, The Dark World, the sequel to the smash hit Thor from a couple of years ago. Now, I'm here to report that Thor 2 is about half as good as the original film. And Thor 2 is weird. It isn't good nor bad, it's both at the same time. So it's part of it is excellent, part of it is utter shit. Now, the good parts are the special effects. Right, this movie looks amazing. They're spending hundreds of millions of dollars on these Marvel movies, and my inner geek couldn't be happier about that. But what really pisses me off is some of the script writing that's going on these later Marvel movies. Now, the Thor comics have been around for 50 years, and you think that in that time, and having all those back issues, someone could pull out one and figure out a good storyline. But unfortunately, Thor 2, The Dark World, doesn't really have it. It's convoluted, it's confusing. They're throwing everything and seeing if it will stick. It's got these bullshit contrivances in it that drove me insane. So while, the mighty son of Odin is throwing around his hammer and doing what he does best, there's all this stuff that distracts from that. So this movie, here's a taste of it. Jane Foster, who was a love interest of Thor from the first film, is in London at the start of the film for no reason, right? No reason. She finds this portal. So it's kind of like Portal, the video game, and she's dropping in and out. And then she finds this object called the ether, and it bonds itself to her. And for some reason, this dark elf lord wants it really badly, so he decides to ruin everything and come after her. So it's already hugely, convoluted. And the first film really worked from having some great chemistry, especially between Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth in the first movie. But now you got this new villain, Malekith, played by Christopher Eccleston, and it's all just like, CGI faced. He looks scary, but his motivations aren't, and you don't really give a shit why he's doing what he's doing. So look, in terms of popcorn entertainment, this is passable, but these movies should be goddamn great. We're getting into phase 2 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe now. The Avengers unified everyone, and I'm one of the few people, I was really disappointed with Iron Man 3. I thought that it was silly and stupid, and it felt like Michael Bay's Iron Man blowing all this shit up, and this movie's got that effect as well. By the end of this movie, there is portals opening up, objects crashing into the city. You don't know what the hell's going on. There's people running around with electronic sticks, sticking them in, and gigameters and all this other shit. And I just want to see Thor peg his hammer at some, creatures from other worlds. That's what I paid for. I don't want to see all this other convoluted shit. So, look, if you're a Marvel fanboy, I am. Look, you have to see this. It's, required viewing. But don't expect, the best film since the Avengers at all. So, look, I give this a very generous 3 out of 5 for Thor: The Dark World.